Hey, welcome to Talend Studio Components. My name is Dylan Friedoff. I'm a solution engineer with Talend Software. In this tutorial, we're going to go through the tFixedFlowInput. This component will allow you to create static data, small sets that you can make within the Talend product itself. You can use these for a lookup or testing. To demonstrate the tFixedFlow component, we're going to create a new project, and in that project, we are going to insert the tFixedFlowInput. As you look at the properties for this component, you can see there's three options. But before we do any, we have to start by creating the schema. Since we are manually creating this data set, we really have the option to put anything in the schema that we want. I'm just going to do a quick lookup for the state name and the state abbreviation, something very typical that you would find. Now that we have our schema complete, you can see in this use single table we have both our column values. If we enter in Minnesota and MN is the abbreviation, and I can't stress enough, they need to be quoted. Let's also insert a T-log row so that we can see the output of this particular item. Now our expectation is once we run this that we'll just see the state of Minnesota and the abbreviation. And there we go. That meets with our expectations. Let's go back to the Component tab and change the number of rows so that we can see what it looks like if we do, say, 10. You'll notice right away that it's just the same static row repeated 10 times over. So what if we don't want the same information over and over? Then we can use the inline table. The inline table allows you to add multiple rows. And let's just start with putting some states and their abbreviations in. I want to stress again that they have to be quoted, otherwise you will get a compile time error when you try to run this. So let's do North Dakota, Minnesota, and Texas. Then we're going to go re-execute the process. And what we do is we get 3 rows with those 3 states. And now if we go back to number of rows and change it from 1 to 3, re-execute, we're actually going to get 9 rows, or 3 times the 3 rows of data that we have. And finally, to show inline content delimiter, I'm going to copy the 3 rows with the pipe delimiter, paste them in, change my separator from semicolon to the pipe delimiter, and now when we go back and execute, you can see that we are going to get the same output. Well, let's go back and change it to 1 row just to make sure. Execute it, and the same output, only this time it's coming from a delimited file as opposed to the table. The tFixedFlowInput is a great way of creating static data, embedding it in your Talend project. You don't have to worry about any dependencies, and anybody working on this project can easily find the data. So tune in next time when we go through more Talend Studio components.